So we are getting ready to go on vacation tomorrow. My kids and I are headed to the beach to be with my mom and dad. I am really excited. This is actually the first time that my kids have been to the beach in years. So I know this sounds totally counterproductive, but I'm actually getting my vehicle washed, and we just vacuumed it out and cleaned all the seats before we go to the beach. Yeah, I know, I'm a little bit weird. I like traveling with a clean car, and maybe, just maybe, if I have a clean car, it'll motivate my kids to keep a clean car, because if it's dirty, what does it matter if we just add, a few more buckets of sand, right? It has been raining nonstop here in Lancaster for like the last 2-3 weeks. I haven't been able to wash my car in probably 3 weeks, and the wheels are absolutely disgusting. The paint, it's actually not too bad because we have all of those ceramic coatings on it, but it's definitely time for a good contact wash just to get the grime and the film off of the coatings and help them last. So today we're gonna actually be testing out some new products, and you guys might be surprised when you hear the brand that I'm gonna be testing out, because surprisingly enough, I've been doing this YouTube channel for over 5 years. I've tested out, it seems like, hundreds of brands and products over the years. I've never worked with this brand. And many of you might be shocked when you hear it, but it's actually Adams Car Care. I know whenever I'm doing product comparisons, product reviews, I frequently get asked by viewers, can I compare it or give my thoughts in comparison to Adams Blank or Adams Graphene Ceramic Spray Coating or Adams Graphene Coating? And I've never worked with them. So I reached out to Adams and said, hey, would you guys like to do like a collaboration, or would you be willing to send me some products to test out and I can review them on my channel? And so they were kind enough to actually send me some of their more popular products, and we're going to be testing out a few of them in this video, namely the ones just to maintain the exterior of the vehicle. And I'll share with you guys my thoughts on the Adams Car Care products. We're also going to be integrating the other products that they sent to me in future videos, so just stay tuned. And if there's other products from Adams that you guys would like for me to test out, let me know, and we'll try to invest in them and be able to do comparisons. But in my opinion, they were kind of like the glorified chemical guys, more expensive, maybe a boutique version of chemical guys. And so I don't know why. I just never really thought that they were worth investing in. And if so many people have reviewed them over the years, I just figured if they enjoy it, that's great. I don't need to add to the noise. But considering you guys have asked so incessantly, I figured let's just go ahead and add them to the mix and be able to compare them to some of the other products that I tested out. So we're gonna get my pressure washer set up, and we're gonna be testing out a few Adams products. So join me on my car wash. Now, we all know that it's easier to keep up with things if you maintain your vehicle more frequently versus letting it go lengthy periods in between cleanings. But it's been a busy summer and we've had a ton of rain, so my tires and wheels need a really good cleaning. Now, the paint, on the other hand, because of all of that rain, it's actually given my car almost like a free car wash. It's not too bad at this point, but I do want to keep up with things so that way the ceramic coatings are going to perform better. Now, since I have my pressure washer out, we're going to go ahead and clean my all-weather mats because they're starting to get a little crusty. So for that, we're going to be using their rubber mat and liner cleaner. Now, normally I use McKee's 37 floor mat and cargo liner rejuvenator, so I'll be able to compare it to my experience with that. Their bottles, their triggers, I enjoy them. They fit comfortable. They spray really well. I don't feel like I'm wasting product. I can see we're pulling up some browning, and that's why I didn't rinse it, because a good mat cleaner is going to work like a good tire cleaner. It's going to remove the browning from your weather mats and give you that black appearance. So I like that I'm seeing that. We're gonna go ahead and rinse this. Now, this drill brush, it's seen better days. We're gonna get a crevice brush just to do these areas here, because oftentimes this isn't sufficient to clean in all these nooks and crannies. Rinses away quickly, not chasing a lot of foam. So these are all really good points that I'm seeing. The mat looks beautifully clean. Honestly, I don't know if we're gonna need the dressing, but that cleaned it beautifully. Now, like I said earlier, I normally use the floor mat and cargo liner rejuvenator from McKee's 37, and while that works extremely well, it can sometimes make me cough, and it does have a lot of residue that sometimes you have to chase, whereas this had a very low odor, it didn't make me cough, and it rinsed away very quickly. I didn't have to use a ton of product. We did 4 sprays on a mat like this. We had nice foam, nice brown removal of our mat, rinsed away quickly. So those are all things that I'm looking for. Very impressed. I actually really like this. So next up, we're gonna be trying out the wheel and tire cleaner, and you can see these wheels are disgusting. That is just 3 weeks of driving around in rain and dirt. You can see we even got a ton of sand in there. So we're gonna use this to do our wheel wells, tires, and wheels. These wheels are coated, and last I knew, this was the G-Technique C5 wheel armor side, but we did have the tires and wheels rotated, so I can't say 100% that that is what is still on here, but you can see, thanks to the coating, a good bit of the solids have blasted off, but we still have the film left behind. I really dig these sprayers. To just get the product out nice and evenly. And I've used several combination wheel and tire cleaners before in the past, and oftentimes in my experience, they're really good in one area and not so great in the others. And the one that I really wanted to be good at is tires. And this looks like a fantastic tire cleaner. Look at that browning. I'm actually very embarrassed that my tires are this dirty. Holy cow. And you don't have to just go once around it. Keep going over it. You don't have to keep respraying product, because that cleaner is still gonna go after some of that browning. You can see as I'm going around, my foam is even lightening. So don't waste that product, but you can see it's not running off. Our wheels, it is slowly, but now we're gonna come in and we're gonna do our wheel barrels. Look at all of this down here. Look at all of that dirt and soap that has just run off of our tires and everything. So like our floor mat cleaner, I'm not noticing a really caustic smell, and there are some tire and wheel cleaners that as soon as you aerosolize them, they're gonna agitate your lungs, you're gonna cough. Didn't notice that with this. And also, I noticed it rinsed away very quickly. I'm not chasing a lot of foam. Things that I like, because I have well water here, I'm not looking to spend gallons of water just rinsing away residue. Our tires look clean. We're just gonna do a quick pass. I want to see white foam. Actually, I can still see we have some browning, so we didn't get all that browning in one pass, but that's okay. We had a huge reduction. That looks great. Tires, wheels, everything was quickly cleaned with one product. So no counterpoints that I don't like about it, and there are some things that I do like about it versus other ones, in that we didn't have a strong odor. Cleaned our tires really well, had nice foam, long dwell time, didn't run off. Sprayers are nice, so all points. I think that's a really great combination wheel and tire cleaner. I think products like these are best suited for maintaining tires and wheels. If you have wheels that you've neglected for months, if not years, you might need an acid or something stronger to deep clean them. But if you have factory or even aftermarket wheels, this is not going to damage the surface and do a great job at cleaning. I would say that this is most comparable to a product like Shine Supply Wise Guy, which I use and love. The only difference is that Wise Guy is a dilutable product. I normally cut that 1-to-1, whereas this came ready to use in the bottle. I'm not sure if they're gallons you can dilute, but this cleaned just as well as one of my favorites. Now let's go ahead and move on to washing the paint. If you're new to the channel and haven't seen any of the previous videos, I have 35 ceramic coatings on my vehicle that we're testing out, some that have been on there over a year. Y'all want to see how the coatings look? All right, let's look. Now, just for the sake of time, we're not going to go over every single ceramic except for those that I think are a little bit noteworthy. But we have our 3 McKees 37 coatings on the hood, followed by some black Rhino car care ceramics, as well as no hype ceramics. Interesting enough, the 12-month coating from Black Rhino is doing better than the 3-year no hype ceramic coating. Next up, we have 3 prosumer grade ceramics that are very similar to one another. On the right, Kronos V1 from Phoenix COD. In the middle, Stoner Paint ceramic coating. And on the left, BC1 from Apex Surface Protection. Next up, we have 3 ceramic coatings from Duraslick. All 3 are looking exceptionally well. And then we have Aquatex Select. And then on the very bottom, we have our Clean by Pan 3-year ceramic coating. On our trunk, because it gets hit with the most abuse, I put 3 professional grade authorized installer only ceramic coatings, and you can see all are holding up beautifully. I am seeing some water spotting that is starting to accumulate along the body line, so we might need to consider a water spot treatment soon. Now the roof actually has some of my favorite ceramic coatings. On the right, we have 2 coatings from CarPro. On the left, C6 Hydro Light. You can see nice big fat beads with this ceramic coating. Despite being prone to water spotting issues, all of these coatings look really great. And here in the front, we have Detail Coat Slim, their 3-year ceramic coating on the right. And then on the opposite side is our Clean by Pan 3-year ceramic coating. Next, we have G-Technique CSL, and then to the right of that, topped with the EXO V5, you can see CSL, we're starting to have some water spotting on our ledges, and then we have Cerakote V2, looks fantastic. Our Vonix V-Paint looks like it's struggling, but more sheeting now. Gionmo's Evo, I can see we have some lines in the coating that show maybe some early signs of failure, and then our Meguiar's M888, looks very impressive. Next up, we have all of our DIY detail ceramic coatings. All look really great, except for our 3-year coating. It looks like it's struggling. Next is Ethos Graphene V2, followed by Ethos Easy Peasy, which looks a little clogged, but still hanging in there. Now this soap claims to be pH neutral and safe for all protection on your vehicle. What I'm looking for out of a really good soap is nice suds that cling to the paint, that don't just immediately fall off of the vehicle. And I also want it to have nice slickness to give me a safer wash method. I can immediately see that we've got beautiful, thick, shaving-like foam when we're using the Quiver foam cannon in this. Now I just have a Ryobi pressure washer, nothing crazy powerful, but this foam looks very beautiful.
They weren't kidding when they said mega foam. Ooh, that smells nice. It smells like a cherry Luden.
Since my vehicle has protection on it, and since it's not too dirty, we're going to actually just foam the soap on and use that to do our contact wash. I want to see just how long does the soap dwell as I work my way around the vehicle.
We're gonna take our extra soap from our foam cannon. Put that in our bucket. We actually have more than enough left. Now, let's wash.
Sometimes it's hard to rate a soap because I feel like there are so many on the market that are just the same exact product, just a different scent or different color. But this soap actually did stand out to me. It had really nice slickness. I wouldn't say it's the slickest, but it had more than enough slickness to safely wash the paint. And we had a really nice long dwell time. It didn't dry up on us. It didn't stain the paint, even though I'm working out in direct sunlight. It did a really great job at gently and safely cleaning the vehicle. And what was more important is with as much foam as we had on this vehicle, I was expecting to be chasing a ton of suds.
Let's see how easy or not it is to rinse off.
Now, I don't know if these qualities are by design from Adams or they just so happen to fall that way, but I'm noticing with all of these products that they rinse away very easily, which I actually appreciate that out of a product. Being that I have well water, I don't want to waste water just chasing foam or residue. This had a ton of foam, and I was worried that I was gonna have to spend 5 to 10 gallons extra just rinsing it off my blacktop, and it did a great job at just very quickly rinsing free. You can see we didn't weaken or damage any of the ceramic coatings. This soap cleaned it beautifully, and we've even been able to restore the hydrophobics on our ceramic coatings because now we've removed all the film that was on the paint. So a great product to safely clean and maintain the protection and your vehicle and just keep it looking beautiful. All in all, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing so far from Adams and kind of kicking myself in the butt that I didn't try them sooner. But I need your help. I cannot figure out for the life of me, is this no hype 3-year ceramic coating a sheeting coating or is it dying? What do you think? But for any of you that are looking for really great products to maintain your vehicle, hopefully you've enjoyed this quick look and review on Adams and some of the products that they carry. And honestly, I was very impressed. I now understand all of the hype. But just to recap, we used the wheel and tire cleaner to clean both surfaces with one product. On the paint, we foamed on our Mega Foam and used that to do our contact wash. Even working in direct sunlight on a hot summer day, the soap didn't dry out, it didn't stain the paint, it did a fantastic job at safely cleaning all 35 of our ceramic coatings. And of course, my favorite that I worked with for the day was the rubber mat and liner cleaner, cleaned quickly, rinsed away easily, and left behind beautiful mats. I think honestly, all of the products worked extremely well. I think what I liked most about them is that they had a very low odor. They rinsed away easily and they did their job. I didn't have to use a ton of product to get the cleaning effect. So I think you have really nice value and you have a comfortable user experience. It's not gonna be super caustic and you're not gonna have to chase a lot of foam and residue. So those are all things that I look for out of products. So far, extremely impressed with Adams. I feel like maybe I should take a closer look at some other products from them. If you guys had to recommend some Adams products, which ones would you guys recommend? I'm curious. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this closer look at my first time experiencing Adams car care products. We do have other ones from them that we're going to be testing out in the future as the moment needs. But all in all, they did a great job at washing my Subaru. Hopefully you enjoyed an update on how all of our coatings look, a little over 12 months. But these products did a great job at getting my vehicle clean and ready for vacation. So now kids, don't mess it up. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next detail.